Ramses II, also known as Ramses the Great, was born around 1303 BCE. He was the son of Pharaoh Seti I and Queen Tuya. His lineage was significant as it connected him to the military prowess of his grandfather, Ramses I, who founded the 19th dynasty. This dynasty is often seen as a period of rejuvenation for ancient Egypt following the political instability of the 18th dynasty. Ramses was groomed from a young age to be a ruler. His education would have included not only lessons in governance and military strategy, but also an understanding of the religious and cultural traditions of Egypt. His father's reign set a solid foundation, providing young Ramses with a stable and prosperous environment. Ramses had numerous siblings, but he stood out due to his extraordinary talents and leadership qualities. His family played a significant role throughout his life, with his children and wives deeply involved in his reign and the administration of Egypt. Around the age of 14, Ramses was appointed as the co-regent with his father, Seti I. This early appointment allowed him to gain valuable experience in governance. He participated in military campaigns alongside his father, learning the art of war and diplomacy firsthand. This period was crucial in shaping Ramses' future policies and strategies as a pharaoh. When Seti I died around 1279 BCE, Ramses ascended to the throne. His coronation was marked by grand ceremonies and public displays of his divine right to rule. Ramses' early years as pharaoh were dedicated to consolidating power, securing Egypt's borders, and continuing his father's building projects. One of Ramses' most famous military engagements was the Battle of Kadesh, fought in 1274 BCE against the Hittites. This battle, located near the modern-day Syrian-Lebanese border, is one of the best documented military events of ancient history. Ramses' army clashed with the Hittite forces under Muwatalli II in a conflict that saw both sides claim victory. The battle was notable for its strategic complexity and the size of the forces involved. The battle was a result of ongoing power struggles between the Egyptian and Hittite empires. Both powers sought to dominate the regions of Syria and Canaan, which were vital for trade routes and resources. The city of Kadesh was strategically important, serving as a military and commercial hub. Ramses embarked on a campaign to reclaim territories lost to the Hittites. He led a large Egyptian army divided into 4 divisions named after Egyptian gods: Amun, Ra, Ta, and Set. The Hittites, aware of the impending conflict, assembled a massive force, including a large contingent of chariots. Ramses advanced with his divisions towards Kadesh, confident of an easy victory. He was misled by false intelligence, which made him believe that the Hittites were far away. In reality, Muwatalli had stationed his troops behind Kadesh, ready to launch a surprise attack. As Ramses and the Amun division crossed the Orontes River and set up camp, the Hittites launched a surprise assault on the Ra division, which was still marching towards the camp. The Hittite chariots caused chaos, scattering the Ra division and threatening the Egyptian camp. Despite being caught off guard, Ramses displayed remarkable leadership. He personally led a counterattack with his elite guard and the remaining Amun troops. Reinforcements from the Ta division and local allies arrived just in time to bolster the Egyptian forces. The battle ended in a stalemate, with heavy casualties on both sides. The Hittites retreated to Kadesh and the Egyptians regrouped. Neither side achieved a decisive victory, but Ramses II portrayed the battle as a great triumph in his inscriptions, emphasizing his bravery and divine favor. The Battle of Kadesh was significant not only for its scale, but also for its diplomatic aftermath. It eventually led to the signing of one of the earliest known peace treaties around 1258 BCE between Ramses II and Hattusili III, the new Hittite king. This treaty established a lasting peace and alliance between the two empires. The battle highlighted the importance of chariot warfare in the late Bronze Age. Both sides employed large numbers of chariots, showcasing their tactical and technological advancements. The engagement at Kadesh provided valuable lessons in military strategy and the limitations of relying solely on chariot forces. Ramses used the Battle of Kadesh to bolster his image as a warrior pharaoh. His accounts, inscribed on temple walls and monuments, depicted him as a heroic figure who single-handedly turned the tide of battle. These inscriptions served as powerful propaganda, reinforcing his divine status and military prowess. The Battle of Kadesh is well documented through various Egyptian and Hittite records, including hieroglyphic inscriptions, reliefs, and clay tablets. These sources provide insights into the military organization, logistics, and diplomatic relations of the period. Archaeological findings at the site of Kadesh and surrounding areas continue to shed light on this pivotal event. Ramses led numerous other military campaigns, securing Egypt's borders and expanding its influence. He campaigned in Nubia, asserting control over this region and integrating it more firmly into the Egyptian empire. In Canaan, Ramses quelled rebellions and established Egyptian dominance, ensuring the flow of resources and maintaining trade routes. Ramses was an ambitious builder, commissioning numerous monumental structures that showcased his power and divine status. His building projects were spread across Egypt and Nubia, leaving an indelible mark on the landscape. One of Ramses's most iconic architectural achievements is the construction of the Abu Simbel temples. These twin temples were carved out of a mountainside in Nubia and dedicated to the gods Ra-Horakhti, Ta, and Amun, as well as to Ramses himself. The temples are renowned for their colossal statues of Ramses, which stand as guardians at the entrance. The larger temple features 4 seated statues of Ramses, each over 20 meters high. The temple's interior is equally impressive, with intricately carved reliefs depicting Ramses' military victories and his divine status. The smaller temple is dedicated to his beloved wife, Queen Nefertari, and the goddess Hathor, symbolizing the queen's deification. Another significant construction was the Ramesseum, Ramses' mortuary temple in Thebes. This temple complex was designed to celebrate Ramses' achievements and ensure his legacy. It features colossal statues, towering pylons, and detailed reliefs depicting scenes from his reign. The Ramesseum also served as a religious center with chapels dedicated to various deities. The temple's design and scale reflect Ramses' desire to immortalize himself and his accomplishments, securing his place in the pantheon of great pharaohs. Ramses also founded a new capital city, Pi-Ramesses, located in the Nile Delta. This city served as his administrative and military hub. Pi-Ramesses was strategically positioned to facilitate trade and communication with the rest of the empire. The city featured grand palaces, vast storage facilities, and workshops producing goods for both domestic use and export. Pi-Ramesses was a testament to Ramses' vision of a prosperous and well-organized state. It became one of the most important urban centers in ancient Egypt, reflecting the power and wealth of his reign. Ramses' long reign brought economic stability and prosperity to Egypt. His extensive building projects not only showcased his power but also stimulated the economy by providing employment for thousands of laborers, artisans, and craftsmen. These projects required vast resources, leading to increased mining, quarrying, and trade activities. Ramses' administration focused on efficient resource management, ensuring a steady supply of food and goods. Agricultural production was optimized through the construction and maintenance of irrigation systems, which increased crop yields and supported the growing population. Ramses was a devout follower of the traditional Egyptian gods, particularly Ra, Amun, and Ta. He revitalized many old temples and built new ones dedicated to these deities. His religious reforms aimed to reinforce the pharaoh's divine status and the unity of the state under the patronage of the gods. Ramses' reign saw the construction of numerous statues and obelisks, many of which were inscribed with his name and titles. These monuments served as a constant reminder of the pharaoh's divine right to rule and his close relationship with the gods. Ramses had a large family with numerous wives and concubines. His principal queen was Nefertari, renowned for her beauty and intelligence. Nefertari held a special place in Ramses' heart, as evidenced by the lavish tomb he built for her in the Valley of the Queens. Her tomb, adorned with exquisite paintings and inscriptions, is one of the most beautiful in Egypt. Ramses fathered more than 100 children, including 52 sons and numerous daughters. His children were often involved in the administration of the empire, with many serving as priests, military commanders, and officials. This extensive network of family members helped Ramses secure his dynasty's continuation and maintain stability within the kingdom. Ramses' descendants continued to rule Egypt for several generations after his death. His immediate successors, including his son Merneptah, faced challenges such as invasions and internal strife, but they managed to uphold the legacy of Ramses' reign. The memory of Ramses endured long after his death, with later pharaohs and rulers emulating his achievements and invoking his name to legitimize their own reigns. His legacy as a warrior, builder, and statesman became a model of kingly virtue in ancient Egypt. Those who live today will die tomorrow. Those who die tomorrow will be born again. Ramses lived to an advanced age, around 90 years old, an exceptional lifespan for that era. His final years were marked by continued building projects and a focus on ensuring the stability of his empire. Despite his age, Ramses remained actively involved in governance and religious activities until his death around 1213 BCE. Ramses was originally buried in a grand tomb in the Valley of the Kings, designated KV7. His tomb was filled with treasures, texts, and items meant to aid him in the afterlife. The mummification process was meticulously carried out to preserve his body for eternity. However, due to the threat of tomb robbers, Ramses' mummy was later moved to a royal cache at Deir el-Bahari, where it was discovered in 1881. His mummy was well preserved, revealing details about his age, health, and physical characteristics. Ramses II, or Ramses the Great, stands as a towering figure in the annals of ancient Egyptian history. His remarkable achievements in military strategy, monumental architecture, and governance set a standard for future rulers. His legacy, immortalized in stone and remembered through millennia, continues to captivate and inspire. His reign epitomizes the zenith of ancient Egypt's glory, and his story remains a testament to the enduring power and influence of one of history's greatest pharaohs.